So back to Wales and ready for the start of the two titles. Everybody walking the course, and the man setting the challenge throughout the week is Spanish course designer Rafael Suarez.
What I expect to happen is the fences, they're going a little bigger now, and they take a bit of respect. So we got a few turning at the beginning of the course. We're turning back from the first fence to another vertical where I think they're going to have to be very accurate. Very smooth turning, but accurate to be able to come inside. Then you got to get back to another vertical which is pretty tall, and you have to be accurate there. And then you got to have a horse with a lot of scope to go down the line on 6 tries. And after that, you have to turn to the double. I think at that double is where if we're going to separate the winner from the person who doesn't win, because that vertical coming into the double, it will take some jumping. Then the last 2 fences, I think they're going to be about who is the fastest to get down the line and turn back to the Oxa. I do expect to get a few clears because it's the nature of the class, but I really hope we get a grand jump off.
We certainly did. 17 of the 44 coming forward from the first round. Andrew Davies getting us underway with the Edwards' PERTH. Set the pace at 33.66 in the first away. Anthony Condon and Value T put in a very good round. Good time of 33.06, but just that 1 fence down in what proved to be this influential double. Sven Hadley, Adelgonde, clear from them. Clear through this difficult line that they got. And again, setting a very good standard indeed. But it's Richard Barton and First Musical that moved everything up a pace. The man from Yorkshire putting in a terrific round, a race to the last, and a time of 32.98 to take the lead. So we pick up the action with Welsh rider Mark Edwards and Mama's Tinker. Mark's father, Martin, had a terrific horse, Flying Mama, and they were very good against the clock. Now it's the young son taking up the mantle. Good turn in there. Now it's this next turn that's proved crucial so far. 1 or 2, just getting a little close. It's a real accuracy question. Then they're asked to push on. It comes down. Certainly not the first to do that. And then on to this big spread to finish. Again on the curve. And they just take that one on the angle. So many precious seconds can be shaved off. And that's exactly what Tim was talking about. 32.26 is the time, but has that one down. We see them coming back round. Just get to 2 strides out and then really ask the question. Just bellies it out, I'm afraid. Some interesting distances in there. They've got to ask a little bit more on the way out, a little bit longer. Dan Moseley, Billy Grand combination that won the Queen's Cup. Now you see there's a good tight turn to start with. Dan possibly looking to make up the time early on in the course. It's part of the strategy as well. Tim talks about the various turns that were made. You can decide where on the course you want to make that time up, what suits you. Leaves him to go a little bit longer and smoother there and gets the one he wants. Now he's clear to the last. Looks good so far. 32.98 to beat. From Dan Moseley, it's another very good round from the man based at the Billy Stud. 32.68. And there we go. Smoothly into the lead for Dan Moseley and Billy Grand. Now they've got to catch that one. Dan making up the time on that early part of the track. Rob Maguire, Zidane. There's a horse he's produced through, has come through the young horse ranks. Rachel Connor riding this one for him to the 6-year-old title, then the 7-year-old title. British Young Horse Championships coming right the way through the British system. Won a Grand Prix in Santander last season. Now asking a little more of this 8-year-old. Turns back here. That's good. Spot on through there. Then they push on to the final part. And again, the time looks in danger coming to the finish. Think he's going to be just behind on the clock. Yes, he is. 32.82. It's so close, though. And into second spot for Rob Maguire. But that's a very exciting horse indeed as well. So Zidane scores a few points this time. It certainly wasn't all over there, though. Keith Doyle, Silver Rain. They were on a flyer and right up there on the clock. Unfortunately, the last, well, that was all over. And it's 4 faults there, 32.21. Time was quick enough, but the pole down meant they finished in 8th spot. So there's the final lineup for the Gentlemen's Championship for this year's Welsh Masters. Dan Moseley wins it with Billy Grant, Rob Maguire in second with Zidane, and Richard Barton in third, First Musical.